Dear students, let us move towards the next group of instructions, that is logical group of instructions. So various operations can be performed by using logical group of instructions. So 8085 provides to perform the logical operations like logical AND operation, logical OR, logical XORing operation, shifting operation, then compare operation and complementation kind of operations. So to perform these operations, ANDing, ORing, XORing kind of operations, the 8-bit data can be provided to 8085 immediately, or the 8-bit data might be in registers, internal registers, or the 8-bit data may be from the memory. So any 8-bit data which is available in the register, memory, or immediately, or in the operand field of the instructions can be XORed, ANDed, ORed, or shifting kind of operations are possible with the help of the logical group of instructions. In case of complementation operation, the contents of accumulator get complemented, where all the zeros get replaced by 1 and all ones are replaced by 0. One feature about the compare instruction is that the comparison operation, that is accumulator content, get compared with 8-bit immediate data or the another register, or the 8-bit data which is available in the memory get compared by using subtraction technique. But to give the result, either the number is greater than, smaller than, or equal to kind of result, 8085 use the flag bits. So different compare instructions are also available depending on the different addressing modes. So we will see one by one all the instructions to perform these kind of logical operations. So this is the classification of logical instructions. So first instruction is ANA. So here AN indicates ANDing operation. So here ANA means AND accumulator content with the specified general purpose register. So here R means general purpose register. Then ANAM, AND accumulator content with memory pointed content. M means HL pointed content. M means memory. Already we have discussed the concept of M or HL memory pointer. Then ANI. So here I indicates the immediate operation. So AND immediate with 8-bit data, accumulator content ANDed immediately. Likewise ORA, ORing operation, accumulator content and specified register content get ORed, and result always we are getting in accumulator. In case of ANDing operation also we are getting result in accumulator. Likewise ORAM means accumulator content get ORed with memory pointed content and result in accumulator. ORI, again I indicates immediate ORing operation. XRA, XOR accumulator content and specified register and XORing result in accumulator. XRAM, accumulator content and memory pointed content get XORed and result in accumulator. Like ANI, ORI, XRI, XOR immediately XORing operation, accumulator content get XORed with immediate data or the data which is available in the operand field. Then CMA. CMA means complement accumulator content. Then CMC, complement carry flag bit. STC, set carry flag bit. Then comparing instructions, CMPR. So CMPR is nothing but compare accumulator content and register content, and result you are getting through flag bits. And as I said, the comparison is done with the help of 2's complement subtraction internally, but the result you are getting through flag bits. Then CMPM, compare accumulator content and memory content. CPI, again I indicates immediate, compare immediate accumulator content, get compared immediately with 8-bit data which is available in the operand field. Then rest of the instructions are shifting instruction or rotation instructions. RLC indicates rotate left with carry or shift left accumulator content with carry. So after the execution of these rotate instructions or shift instructions, the contents of accumulator content get shifted to left, get shifted to right, and two conditions, that is with carry and through carry. So RLC indicates rotate accumulator content left with carry. RRC means rotate accumulator content right with carry. RAL, rotate accumulator content left through carry. And finally RAR, rotate accumulator content right through carry. So what is the meaning of with carry and through carry? We will see during the discussion of rotate instructions. The first instruction, ANAR. So as I said, the operation of this ANAR instruction is accumulator content get ANDed with specified register content, and result we are getting in accumulator. The size of this instruction is 1 byte and addressing mode definitely register addressing mode. Why? Because in the operand field you will find the general purpose register. And after the execution of this ANAR instruction, the flag bits, so here sign flag, 0 flag, parity, flag bits are modified to reflect the result, that is ending operation, and carry flag get resetted and auxiliary carry goes to set. For example, suppose the general purpose register B. So ANAB means accumulator content get ANDed with B register, and result we are getting in accumulator itself. So suppose before execution in accumulator we are having F0x, and in B register suppose 20x is available, and suppose this ANAB instruction get executed. So after the execution of this ending instruction, ANAB instruction, we are getting result 20x in accumulator. So how we are getting this 20 is given on the right hand side. So accumulator with F0, okay, so F0 in hexadecimal, and its binary format is written here 1111 and 0000 means F0, and B register with 20 means 0010 and 0000. Suppose the ANAB instruction get executed, so ending operation, so bitwise ending operation we can check here. the lower nibble we are getting 0, and in upper nibble just observe the result. 1 ANDed with 0 we are getting 0, 1 ANDed with 1 we are getting 1. Simple AND operation, 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 0. So in this way we are getting answer 20 hex in accumulator. Next ANDing instruction from register indirect addressing mode. Why? Because here accumulator content ANDed with memory content, and result we are getting in accumulator. The size of the instruction is 1 byte. Addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, because the instruction is taking the data from memory indirectly pointed by HL or M. In this case also sign, 0 and parity flag bits are modified to reflect the result, and carry flag reset and auxiliary carry flag set. For example, suppose in accumulator we are having F0 hex, and in H and L register we are having 57 and 48 hex. So this 5748 hex will work as a memory location, and suppose in the memory at this 5748 hex location, suppose 20 hex is available, then this ANAM instruction assumes the data from memory, that is 20 hex. So here accumulator content F0 ANDed with memory pointer content, that is 20 hex. So before execution, suppose before execution in accumulator we are having F0, in HL 5748 hex, but in the memory, this is memory map, in the memory at location 5748 hex 20 hex is available. So this F0 get ANDed with 20, and result we are getting in accumulator, that is 20 hex. Next ANDing instruction from immediate addressing mode, that is ANI 8-bit data, accumulator content ANDed with 8-bit immediate data which is available in the operand field of the instruction. So as I said, 8-bit data is available, or you will find in the operand field the size of the instruction is 2 byte, 1 byte for opcode and another 1 byte for 8-bit immediate data. So addressing mode is immediate addressing mode. For example, suppose ANI 20 hex. Once again, suppose before execution in accumulator we are having F0 hex, and suppose ANI 20 hex instruction is executed. So at that time accumulator content F0 it ANDed with 8-bit immediate data 20 hex. So after the execution in the accumulator you will get 20 hex. So in this way the accumulator content get modified with the new result, that is logical ANDing result. Next logical operation to perform logical instruction is XORing operation with the help of XRAR. So here accumulator content get XORed with specified register content, and result you will get in accumulator. Its addressing mode is register addressing mode, and size of the instruction is 1 byte. Only 1 byte opcode, that is opcode of XRA R instruction. In this case also the carry flag get resetted, auxiliary carry flag set, and remaining flag bits are modified to reflect the result, or according to the XORing operation sign 0 and parity flag bits are modified. For example XRA B. So here accumulator contain XORed with B register or content of B register. Suppose before execution in accumulator, once again suppose F0 hex is available, in B register 20 hex is available. Suppose this XRA B instruction get executed. So after the execution of this XRA B in accumulator, you will get D0 hex result. So how we are getting this D0 is given here. Accumulator, in accumulator we are having F0 hex 1111 0000. In B register with 20 hex 0010 means 2, 0000 means 0. And suppose this XRA B instruction is executed, so XORing of accumulator content and B register. So this is your F0, this is 20, and bitwise XORing operation. So XORing logic you know very well. If suppose any one bit is 1, you will get output logic 1. So lower nibble, as in both the places we are having 0 0, you will get lower nibble with 0, and in upper nibble bitwise XORing operation. So 1 0 1 1 1, you will get 0, 1 0 1 1 0 1. So in this way we are getting result D0. So this D0 result you will get in accumulator. So this instruction from register addressing mode. Then XORing operation by using indirect addressing mode. So here XRAM. So accumulator content get XORed with memory pointed content. That's why the addressing mode is register indirect addressing mode. Size of the instruction is 1 byte. Only single byte opcode you will get for this XRAM instruction. Next instruction is XRI 8-bit data. XOR immediate. So XRI indicates XORing operation, but immediate operation, immediate addressing mode. So accumulator content get XORed with 8-bit immediate data, and as the 8-bit immediate data, you will find in operand field the size of the instruction is 2 byte, 1 byte opcode and 1 more byte for 8-bit immediate data. So total size of the instruction is 2 byte. For example, suppose XRI 20 hex. Accumulator content get XORed immediately with 20 hex or immediate data 20 hex. Once again, suppose in accumulator we are having F0 hex and immediate data suppose 20 hex. So after the XORing operation in accumulator you will get D0 hex. Next logical operation, that is ORing operation, and to perform logical ORing operation we are having the different ORing instructions from different addressing modes. So here ORA R means accumulator content ORed with specified register, A ORed with specified register, and result you will get in accumulator. Size of the instruction is 1 byte. For this ORA instruction, ORA R instruction, you will get single byte opcode. That's why the size of the instruction is 1 byte. Addressing mode is register addressing mode, because in the operand field you will find general purpose register, any register. For example, ORA B, accumulator content ORed with B register and result in accumulator. So before the execution of this instruction in accumulator, suppose F0 is available, in B register 20 hex is available, and suppose this instruction get executed. So after the execution we are getting the result F0. So how we are getting F0 is given here. Accumulator with F0 1111 0000, B register with 20 hex 0010, and lower nibble 0000. Then ORing operation, bitwise ORing operation. As the lower nibble all the bits are 0, you will get 0, and upper nibble the bitwise ORing operation 10 is 1, 111, 101, and finally most significant bit 101. So in this way we are getting result F0 in accumulator. Next ORing instruction from indirect addressing mode. Accumulator content ORed with the memory pointed content, and result we are getting in accumulator. Size of the instruction is 1 byte, only one opcode you will get for this instruction. Addressing mode is indirect addressing mode. Next instruction from immediate addressing mode, that is ORI or immediate, accumulator content ORed with 8-bit immediate data. So as the 8-bit data, immediate data is the part of the instruction, or 8-bit data is available in the operand field. That's why the size of the instruction is 2 byte, 1 byte opcode for the ORing instruction and another 1 byte for 8-bit immediate data. Next logical operation is comparison operation. That is to compare the accumulator content and the data. We are having different comparison instruction. The first instruction is CMPR. So here accumulator content get compared with specified general purpose register content, and the comparison get performed by using subtraction technique, 2's complementation subtraction technique, and result we are not getting in accumulator, so result we are getting through the flag bits, flag registers. So in all comparison instructions you have to check carry flag and zero flag bit to cross check either the accumulator contents are bigger than the specified register content, memory content or immediate data, or accumulator contents are smaller than the given data, or accumulator contents are equal to the specified register content, memory content or immediate data. So as I said, the comparison is done by subtraction technique and result we are getting through flag bits. So if suppose accumulator contents are or the data which is available in accumulator is greater than the register content or data which is available in the register, at that time we are getting carry flag and zero flag bit 0. So at that time we can say that accumulator contents are bigger than the specified register content. If accumulator content is smaller than the data which is available in the register, at that time you will get carry flag set and zero flag reset. If accumulator content and register content, specified register data is the same, at that time we are getting carry flag 0 and zero flag 1. Why we are getting zero flag 1? Because as I said, the comparison is done by using subtraction technique internally. So as accumulator content and the data which is available in the register is the same, subtraction result you will get 0. That's why in zero flag you will get 1. So at that time we can say that accumulator content and specified register content are same. We will see one by one different cases by assuming the data. First case, for example, suppose CMP B instruction is executing CMP B. So here accumulator content compared with B register content. Okay, A compare B. Suppose in accumulator 20 hex is available, 0010 0000, and in B register suppose the 8-bit data 10x 0001 0000, and as I said, the comparison is done internally by using subtraction technique. So obviously accumulator content minus B register content, 20 minus 10 10, you will get answer 10x. Okay, so as we are getting result 10 non-zero result, we are getting zero flag reset, and here carry flag we are not getting 1, but the carry flag bit internally get complemented by microprocessor. So as we are not getting here carry flag set, that is a 0, this carry flag bit get complemented by microprocessor internally. So here you can say that the result we are getting 10x means accumulator content are bigger than the B register content. Second case, suppose in accumulator we are having 10x and in B register suppose 20x. So by subtraction operation we are getting the result F0x. So here F0x is the result after 2's complement subtraction method with carry 0, and this carry flag bit get complemented by microprocessor internally. So that's why we are getting carry flag 1, sign flag 1, auxiliary carry flag 1, which indicates accumulator content are smaller than the B register. That is, the data which is available in the accumulator is smaller than B register. And finally the third case, suppose accumulator and in B register we are having same numbers 10x and 10x. So after the subtraction A minus B you will get answer 0. So as we are getting answer 0, you will get 0 flag bit 1. So 0 flag bit 1 means accumulator content and B register content are same. So in this way the comparison operation gets performed internally by using subtraction, and result we are getting through the flag bits. Next, comparison instruction from indirect addressing mode, that is accumulator content compared with memory pointed content, and result again the same through flag bits. If accumulator content and memory pointed content, if accumulator content is bigger than the memory pointed content, at that time you will get carry and 0 flag with 0. If accumulator is smaller than memory pointed content, at that time you will get carry 1 and 0 flag 0. And if suppose accumulator and memory pointed content are same, at that time you will get carry 0 and 0 flag bit 1, which indicates accumulator is equal to M. Next, comparison instruction from immediate addressing mode, that is CPI, compare immediate accumulator content compared with 8-bit immediate data. So here accumulate once again the accumulator content. If suppose accumulator content are bigger than 8-bit data, so in this table printing mistake is there. So instead of this M you have to consider here 8-bit data or simply data. So if suppose accumulator content greater than 8-bit data, at that time carry and 0 flag 0. If accumulator content are smaller than 8-bit data, at that time carry flag 1 and 0 flag 0. If 8-bit data and accumulator data is the same, at that time you will get 0 flag 1, which indicates both are same. So after the execution of these compare instructions, all the flag bits are modified according to the operation performed. Next simple instruction is STC, that is set carry flag bit. So this instruction sets the carry flag bit. Size of the instruction is 1 byte. Only single opcode you will get for this STC instruction. Addressing mode is the implied. Except carry, no other flag bits are modified. Only carry flag bit get modified. So before execution, suppose 0 flag is 0 and everywhere nothing is there, and carry flag is 0. So after the execution, 0 flag bit is maintained as it is, and this carry flag bit get modified to 1. That is carry flag set. Next instruction is CMC, that is complement the carry flag bit, or simply inversion operation of the carry flag bit. If suppose carry flag bit is 0, after the execution of CMC you will get carry flag 1. If suppose carry flag bit, suppose you are having 1, after the execution that 1 get inverted to 0. Its operation is given CY, that is carry flag bit equal to complementation of carry flag bit. So in this case also, except carry, no other flag bits are modified. So before execution, suppose in carry flag bit, if suppose 0 is there, after the execution of this CMC in carry flag bit you will get logic 1. Again if suppose CMC instruction get executed, this 0 get inverted to, or inversion operation of this carry flag bit, you will get 0 in the carry flag bit location. Next instruction is related to the accumulator, that is CMA, complement the accumulator content. So here if suppose in accumulator, suppose you are having 0 0 0 0 everywhere, so after the execution of this CMA, the 0 get modified to 1 and 1 get modified to 0. So operation we can write A is equal to A bar. Size of the instruction is 1 byte and addressing mode is implied, because this instruction takes the data from accumulator and after the operation again he will store the result in accumulator. No other register get considered during the operation. Only accumulator contents are modified. Flag bits are not modified. So suppose before execution in accumulator we are having FE hex 1111, that is F1110 means E. In lower nibble E and upper nibble F. So after the execution of this CMA complementation instruction in accumulator you will get 0 1. So logic 1 get modified to 0 and logic 0 get modified to 1. So you will get answer 0 1 in accumulator. So before execution is FE 1111 means F, 1110 means E, FE, and after execution you will get 0 1. 0 0 0 0 means 0 upper nibble and lower nibble means 1. 1 0 0 0 1 means 1. So answer you will get 0 1 in accumulator. Next logical operation, that is shifting operation or rotate operation. So the first instruction is RLC, rotate left with carry. So algorithm is, this instruction shifts all bits to left. The bit goes off its set to carry flag bit, and same bit is inserted to rightmost position. So in this diagram, and one more thing is that this or all rotate instructions assumes the data which is available in the accumulator, and due to this reason the addressing mode of all these rotate instruction is implied addressing mode, because after the rotate or shifting operation result always we are getting in accumulator. So the first instruction is RLC, rotate accumulator content left, rotate left or shift left. Okay, so here the bit, so suppose this is accumulator, 8-bit data available in the accumulator. D0 is the least significant bit and D7 is the most significant bit. CY means carry flag bit. So shift left means D0 bit gets shifted to left means D1 location, D1 bit gets shifted to D2, D2 bit gets shifted to D3, D3 bit to D4, D4 to D5, D5 to D6, D6 bit gets shifted to D7, and D7 bit get copied in carry flag bit and also shifted at D0 location. Okay, for single execution of RLC, single shifting, if you execute this instruction 8 times, means 8 times shifting means result you will get as it is. Okay, size of the instruction is 1 byte, only single byte opcode. For example, suppose in accumulator, suppose we are having FE hex, 1111 means F, 1110 means E, and suppose carry flag bit is 1. So this instruction rotates or shifts the contents of accumulator by 1 bit to left. So before execution, suppose carry flag bit is 1, and in accumulator we are having FE, 1111 means F, 1110 means E. So after the shifting operation or rotate instruction, so this D7 bit goes to carry flag bit, and also this D7 bit goes to least significant bit or D0, and this 0 gets shifted to D1 location. So after the execution of this RLC in accumulator, you will get FD hex, 1111 means F, and lower nibble is 1101 means D. So in this way, after the execution of this rotate instruction, accumulator content are modified, and due to this reason addressing mode is implicit, implied, or inherent addressing mode. Next rotate instruction is RRC, rotate accumulator content right with carry. Rotate accumulator content right with carry. So here shifting right or shift right operation, D0 bit gets shifted to carry flag bit, also this D0 bit gets shifted to D7. So you can say that D7 bit goes at location D6, D6 bit to D5, D5th bit to D4, D4 to D3, D3 to D2, D2 to D1, D1 to D0, D0 to carry flag bit, as well as D7 location. Once again, addressing mode, the same implied addressing mode, only carry flag bit get affected, no other flag bit get modified. Once again, suppose before execution in accumulator, suppose we're having FE hex, and in carry flag bit, suppose we're having logic 1. So after the execution of this RRC in accumulator, you will get 7F hex. How 7F? This 0 goes to carry flag bit, also this 0 goes to D7 location, okay, and all this bit get shifted to right, that is most significant bit to least significant bit, that is 7 to 6, 6 to 5th, 5th to 4th, 4th to 3rd, this way. So after the execution of this RRC in accumulator, you will get 7F and carry flag bit with logic 0. Next category of the rotate instruction, that is RAL, rotate accumulator left through carry. The instructions that we have discussed previously are with carry. This RAL means rotate accumulator content left through carry. We'll see what's the difference between the with carry and through carry. So in this rotate accumulator left through carry, according to this diagram, as I said, rotate accumulator content left. So as left shifting, D0 bit to D1 gets shifted, D1 bit shifted to D1, D2, D2 to D3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and 7th bit, that is most significant bit, goes in carry flag bit, and the bit which is available in the carry flag bit goes to D0 location. This is the main difference between the rotate left with carry and rotate left through carry. So the bit which is available in carry flag bit get transferred to D0 location. Okay. So this is nothing but rotate left through carry. So before execution, suppose we're having FE hex in accumulator, and suppose carry flag bit is 1. So this carry flag bit goes to D0 location, and the most significant bit D7 bit goes in carry flag bit. So after the execution of this RAL instruction in accumulator, you will get FD hex, that is 1111 1101 hex. Like rotate left through carry, next instruction is rotate right through carry. Same kind of operation, but instead of rotate left, here rotate right through carry operation. So here the bit which is available in least significant location or D0 location, so this bit goes in carry flag bit, and the bit which is available in carry flag bit goes at location D7 location. Okay, and as I said, rotate right operation for single execution. D7 bit goes at location D6. D6 bit gets shifted to D5th, 5th to 4th, 4th to 3rd, 3rd to 2nd, 2nd bit to the 1st, and 1st bit to D0 location, and D0 bit to carry flag bit, and carry flag bit to D7 location. So this is nothing but rotate accumulator content right through carry. So after the execution of this RAR instruction, the 0 goes in carry flag bit. This logic 1 which is available in carry flag bit goes at location D7, and all the bits available in the accumulator get shifted to right. And after the execution, in accumulator you will get 1 1 1 1 everywhere. That means in accumulator you will get FF hex, and